Are you not sure who to vote for in the upcoming local government elections? Or maybe you even not know all the candidates or how to make contact with them should your community have any issues. Who do you contact as well? Well, Open Cities Lab has made things a little bit easier. With their newly developed app, voters will now be able to locate and learn more about their councillor. Let's now speak to the founder, Richard Gevers, who joins us now from Durban to tell us more about this initiative. Richard, thank you so much for making time. So how does this app work?
Hi, thank you so much for having us. So basically, it's very simple. Using IEC data, one is able to put in your address on the app, and it returns a list of ward candidates that are running, the ward candidates that are running in your ward. But what it also does is it puts an automatic Google search on top of the name, so you're able to look up the candidates in terms of whatever public information is available on the web, as well as listing what other wards that candidate may be running in. And their age and other public information that the IEC has put out. And so it's quite an interesting experience to be able to start to look at. I think what we're finding is how many people are running in your ward, how many different parties and independent candidates actually exist, why candidates may run in more than one ward, and again, public information that exists on trying to find out who this representative, who your local government representative will be in your area.
Oh, that's interesting. So not only does it tell you, once you put in that information, who the candidate is in your area, but it also gives you access to information about that candidate. What kind of information are we speaking here? Is it stuff that they've posted online? Is it their Facebook profiles? What's the information that we gain access to?
At the moment, it is literally just what you would get if you search that candidate on Google. Okay. So we have a lot of ideas that we'd like to develop for this app. I think, the motivation behind it. My organization, Open Cities Lab, is a non-profit that works for inclusive participation and building democracy. And what we're really keen about is getting people active in the democracy and engaging with city and governance and being able to take an active role in understanding how to work within the mechanisms of democracy. And so we're very keen for people to actually know who they are being represented by, get in touch with them, understand what their policies are, what their track record is. At the moment, what this app will tell you is what exists of that online on Google. And we want to make sure that this app offers equal information and is really based on what is possible. And so, for now, what we're trying to focus on is getting at least that simple information, that basic information, at the hands as many people as possible. Which is why we're also working on a way of getting it onto a WhatsApp number. So one could just WhatsApp the app and it will return that information. And what we're really hoping is citizens and residents and others will engage with the information, find out about the people, but also maybe directly engage them, engage the parties, ask, what their sort of strategies are, ask independents what they want to do, find out about track record. So, that I think we're hopeful will make some sort of impact on getting people to understand who they're voting for.
Yeah, fascinating. I mean, I was checking it out earlier, and I think what most of us are realizing is that most of the candidates that are running in our wards are also running in many other wards. What's been the reaction you're getting from the people that have been testing it out?
So I think that surprise. I mean, so we've also put out a blog post, and there's a lot of fantastic resources online around how the voting works and how it comes together. Because what was surprising to me was that a lot of people have been surprised by the fact that candidates often run in more than one ward, that candidates can be on a PR list and a ward list, how the local council is put together, the mechanisms of how the votes come together to create the representation in your local government, in your municipality and your district. And so it's been really amazing to see the engagement with that. I think also a lot of surprise at how many different parties and options there are. I think some of the more prominent parties are offering a kind of view that there is a 3-party, 4-party state that is happening right now. But in many wards, there's 13, 14, 20 different options And local government really matters. When we have other provincial, national elections, they matter incredibly as well. But in terms of your direct ability to contact someone who represents you on a local level, someone who represents your direct interests in terms of service delivery, infrastructure, development, your ability to have your voice heard within governance, is your local representative. And on that level, I think it's less about the party and more about what people can get done. And what, and whether there is a good track record, whether someone has good ideas, whether someone lives within your ward and is excited about making an intervention, or there's a group that are coming together, across a couple of wards that have great ideas or some sort of momentum that could help push your needs as a resident or as an organizational business that exists there.
Yeah. And these are the people we're voting for, right? We're not just we're not voting for leaders at national level. What matters really is who's representing you in your area. And I think what I've realized, Richard, when I was going through how people are reacting and have been utilizing this app is I saw a number of people saying, oh, we found out who our ward councillor is and we've set up a meeting with them, so we can hear directly from them what their qualifications are, if that's the issue of priority. We're hearing from them what their ideas are, we're getting their contact details so that people can make an informed decision. So it's opening up that space.
I think that's so exciting. I mean, that is really so exciting. We were really keen to put this out there, but we're a nonprofit organization that works in a lot of different spaces, but we're not a huge organization. But what we're really passionate about is people getting involved in the conversation, being active, and it really excites me that people are contacting their ward councillor, getting that sort of dialogue going. I know I've heard of some groups getting together to talk about the information around different representatives and who they think represents them best. And that informed decision-making, I mean, that's really what we stand for as Open Cities Lab, and the group that's put this together is opening access to information so that residents can make, and citizens and organizations can make informed decisions about the things that affect their lives and take an active role in working with government to improve the context we live in. And I think in the year that we've had, in the 2 years that we've had, from all angles, there's never a more important time to get involved. There's never a more important time to step up. And this, I have to say, this was developed, in open source on open data provided by the IEC. It was user tested and still being user tested by people on Twitter that are just offering support and help and guidance around how we could improve it. It's being shared by networks. And so really it's something that we feel we're custodian of, but we really feel it just belongs to what should be in the space. And things like this that enable dialogue, enable access to information, that build a more robust democracy, which is in a challenging space right now.
Yeah, Richard, thank you so much, and well done to you guys for developing this app and making it so easy for us to get to know candidates running for election in our communities. That's Richard Gevers there speaking to us about this app. Now, the three